Hey, how we doing, folks? Hey, it's K Solo coming at you again with another episode. I'm with my nephew this time down here in Fayettville, North Carolina at Cycle Gear. My nephew, Marvin Thomas Jr. I call him JR. And I knew him before he was this big. Well, maybe he was this big. But hey, folks, this is an up-and-coming young gun in this motorcycle community, in this riding world. And I just wanted to just stop and talk to him and just get his perspective from his point of view, being an up-and-coming young gun for long-distance riding and also as far as being in the motorcycle community. So, JR, I just want to just ask you the first question that come to mind. What inspired you or what got you into motorcycle riding?
My dad and you, honestly, my dad, you, and all his friends and everyone, like just growing up with my pops. It started at a young age. I've been around bikes all my life. Started on dirt bikes,
right,
four-wheelers, and then as soon as I was of age, or not even of age, as soon as I was tall enough to reach the ground on sport bike stuff, he put me on his 14, his KZ 1000, and then just over the years watching videos of you go across the world, meet new people, and just ride and pound on. Just on your motorcycle is something I always wanted to do.
Right.
As soon as I was on my own and had my own bike that I felt comfortable on, that's what I've been doing.
Folks, what you are experiencing right here, right now, is a double. Being that his father inspired me to start riding. Now, I owned a motorcycle, but he actually inspired me to want to ride because we were both, him and his father and I were both stationed in Alabama together, and seeing him, just like JR said, getting out there riding, the people that he associated with, it just inspired me to ride. So you're looking at a double right now, which is awesome and incredible. Now, JR, you are the president of an MC.
Yes.
Go ahead and just kind of introduce your MC and
So I was in the club in Georgia before I moved here. It was in my dad's club, the club that my dad's in now.
What is the name of your club?
Marvin Motorcycle Club.
Okay.
So I wanted to start a chapter here. I was already in it. I was an inactive member, and I wanted to start a chapter here. So I started a chapter here in Fayettville, and I'm the president now. We're growing, but it's not about just growing. It's about teaching the people out here about bikes, riding, giving life experiences, lessons, and helping the community. Because I feel like I tell people all the time, it's more than just putting a patch on your back and just coming out every now and then. Like, the patch doesn't make me. It's behind the patch. Wearing the patch that makes the individual. So I started the chapter here, and we're doing great things.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. And folks, JR, you have started going long distance riding. You have started to travel across state lines more and start visiting different bike sets. What do you see as far as when you started to moving here to getting out and about? What do you see when you get out?
I see some of everything. I see the good and the bad, and I feel like that's what people have to understand and realize that your rides won't always be good or always won't be as you plan. Stuff will happen. I feel like it's very important to prep your motorcycle before versus waiting until the last minute. Like my dad used to always tell me, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Like we can't
stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Like we can't. If you get a nail, something like that, cool, but your oils, your brakes, you need to make sure, if you're going across state lines, I don't care if you're going an hour or 2 hours down the road, you need to make sure your brakes are good, oil levels checked. That's just the basic stuff. But that stuff can kill you.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I've been seeing that, and that's something my dad harped on for the longest, even when he owned the shop. Even when he chromed out that booster used to have. But I remember working on that booster that used to have, having them tools for that blue booster you had. I think it was a 240 kit you had there.
240.
And so I always been big on that, and I tell my members and I tell anybody I ride with, you know, if I see someone on the side of the road, I stop to help them see what I can do. Or if I see someone riding at a light and their tires bald, I let them know.
Right.
You know, because I feel like as bikers and as a person in the motorcycle club or anyone that rides iron, that rides 2 wheels, 3 wheels, whatever, we have to let each other know because we're all in this together.
Right, we're all in this together.
We all have a passion. We all have a common thing is that ride a motorcycle.
Exactly. Now, being the president of an MC, how do you incorporate all that into your members planning on one of your trips?
So it's hard. It's funny because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of my members, they're not like me. They're not like, I always wanted to be like on the go.
Right.
Want to do something different. That's just like growing up. It's like I said, seeing my dad, seeing him cross the state line, seeing him everywhere. Like, so a lot of my members, they love to ride, but they never really experienced riding long distance. So I tell them, like, it's okay. You can take steps to it, you know. Go for a ride for an hour. Go for a ride for 2 hours. Don't just think, I'm telling you, like, some people feel like some people can do it, some people can't. I've seen it. You can't just say, hey, one day I'm just gonna go on a 13-hour ride and think that you won't have any issues, especially if you don't prep for it. I feel like prepping for a ride is important. So I tell my members, whether it's drinking water, staying hydrated, make sure you have the proper gear, rain gear, like everything, like what you feel like. And I ask them, I said, I ask them all the time, what do you feel is something you need to carry with you on your bike? Toolkit, battery, portable battery jumper. Those are the things you need to have because, like I said, anything can happen. So I make sure that they know. I tell them the good and the bad. I don't just tell them the good. I don't tell them like, hey, it's gonna be a great ride. This and that. I tell them like, look, it's possible it can rain. It's possible that.
And you'll have some people out there with no rain gear.
No rain gear.
You know, I've been on rides where people had no rain gear with a tank top on or with a short sleeve shirt. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stop the ride for them or are you gonna continue on?
Exactly.
So you know, people they need to prep.
And being the president, you can't just. It's not just you just thinking about yourself anymore. Like, I got to think about all my members and make sure they're all good because if I'm good, I want to make sure they're good. Because if they're not good, I'm not good. You know. So that's the biggest thing with me. And
that is awesome to hear, JR. That is awesome to hear, man. You're very positive, man. You're very inspirational. I see your videos when you're riding.
I got caught yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right? You got caught in the rain. I'm like,
rain gear,
you know, I sent my message. I was like, JR, be careful, brother. Just please be careful.
I had the rain gear though.
Yeah, he had the rain gear, and I see you've been down to Florida. You've taken the trip down to Florida, to Key West, which is awesome. So where are you looking to go next as far as doing our LDR?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. I want to do the Four Corners, but so truthfully, I was looking up something. You were doing a ride. Someone hit me up and said that you were doing a ride here soon. I don't think it was the one that you just told me about. It was another. I think it's in Mississippi or Louisiana somewhere. You was doing.
RTE.
So I was thinking
the ride to eat.
I want to do that, but also I just want to do a ride with you somewhere. I don't care. Like I don't care the distance. I just need to know the time so I can request off work, put away the right amount of money. So my next distance ride, I want to do the Four Corners. So I want to do the Four Corners, and I just want to ride. I want to get miles. I don't care.
I hear you.
It could be from 12 hours to 24 hours. Like I just want to get.
So is there anything in particular that you want to see while you're out there? Because there's, you know, like for me, I do food, I do sites, I do highways, I do landmarks, I do historical stuff. Anything in particular that you're looking for that you would like to see?
I want to say there's nothing in particular because I'm open for everything. Anything new that I never seen before is great. I know I have a friend, we call her Pop-Off. She rode and she saw the largest chili pepper or something like that. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I've never been to California before, so I want to just see. I just want to see stuff I never seen. Right. And I want to eat because these barbecue spots you be going to. I love some barbecue.
Yeah, man. That's
and I want to meet new people. I see you meet new people all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like my dad told me he called it networking. And he says you need to do that, and I growing up and seeing that you do because you can ride to Indiana, Arkansas, wherever you go, and you might break down. But now that you know someone out there, they can help you. Like knowing people is a great thing.
Networking is the key. It's so positive because, like you said, you could be in the middle of nowhere, and that's how social media has come into play with all this. So you're saying you want to ride to California, you should be networking now so that when you get to California, you got people there that you can meet and say, hey, look, you know, I'm here, or they'll be expecting you, or if you need bike maintenance and service like that, they can take care of you, which is awesome.
I already been reaching out to people in Cali, New York, Maine. I got friends in South Dakota, North Dakota. I've been reaching out everywhere I plan on riding. I've been reaching out, letting them know here in the near future I will be coming to see y'all.
That's
I'm
right.
riding through, so keep an eye out for me.
That's right. Networking is so positive, so key. Well, JR, is there anything that you would like the people out there, the audience, to know about you, about your riding, about anything in general?
he pretty much summed it up. Like, I started riding at a young age. I'm 23 years old now, so I'm still young and I'm still trying to get it in. And
he is a veteran. He's a veteran.
I am. So, and I'm just trying to show other people that no matter your age, young or older, you can do it. Like, it's for everyone, you know. And have fun and be safe and be mindful, you know.
Yeah.
I witnessed an accident out here yesterday just because the rider wasn't paying attention. We have to pay attention. Like, I don't care how good someone thinks they can ride, or how long they've been riding. It can happen. I've been down. Quite sure you've been down.
I've been down.
So, like, you know the old saying, there's two types of riders. One that's going down, one that's been down.
So that's right.
Just be mindful, be respectful on your bike.
Good deal. Hey folks, K Solo with JR. I call him JR. Marvin Thomas Jr. coming to you from Cycle Gear in Fayettville. Stay safe out there. Love you.